Okay, we're darkening wood. What do you need? You need a glass jar, you need some white vinegar, and you need steel wool. We're just like ripping it apart and putting it in the jar. And yeah, I wanted to do this for a long time, but never had the courage to do it. And yes, before you do it, I mean, I did it, you don't need to, but I washed the steel wool with detergent just because I don't know if there's some residue on it. So yeah. And after the steel wool, we need to put just that white vinegar inside and just maybe mix it a little bit and just let it rest. I mean, I don't know what percentage. I had like 9% alcohol white vinegar. I think every percent will do. And important thing that when you finish it, you don't close it because it's gonna erupt. There's like bubbles coming out from this reaction, and it's gonna make a mess if you don't. Just put a lid on top, but don't squeeze it. This is how my neck looks. It's really like orange, and I don't like it. I want it to be a little bit darker, and it's too glossy. It's like so much gloss, it's unbelievable. So I got some sandpaper and spray bottle of water, some sandpaper. I bought like two different kinds. I think 150, yeah, and 240. But in the end, I didn't even use 240 because the 150 was good enough. So yeah, I use like paper tape to seal the fretboard, so I can just sand the neck. I'm putting a little bit of water on the sandpaper and I'm just doing it. And yeah, whoever glossed that neck, fuck you. You did a really good job, but you did too much of a good job because it took me so much time. It took so long just to sand the neck off. It was horrendous. You don't even know. So yeah, I'm just sanding it, and I had like a damp cloth and dry cloth, so I can like wipe the material off. And you can see a little bit of lacquer I like removed, and this is, I think, 2 hours in. I didn't even did like half of the neck. That was 2 hours of just sanding. And this one was 3 hours of sanding. And after a couple of I think after an hour, I started to dip sandpaper in a bucket of water, because it was much more convenient to do it like that, not from the spray bottle. But and this is how it looks. It's really dirty. It made a mess. I don't know how much that gloss finish made everything like white. And this was 4 hours and 45 minutes later. Yeah, I know. It took a long time. And yeah, by the way, for the jar of white vinegar and steel wool, let it rest for around 3 days. Don't do it earlier, because the more you keep it in the jar, the better. But 3 days was like minimum requirements. And yeah, it was kind of scary doing it first time, because I didn't know if it's gonna do it, if it's gonna darken the wood. But do like find a random stick and like send it off and dip it inside and see if it's gonna darken it. But it did in the end. And that vinegar dries really slow. I think 2-3 hours for 3 coats, I think it took to dry off. It's like that day it was so windy and it didn't help at all. It's like it just didn't want to dry off. So yeah, it takes time. And this was after it's dried. I mean, it's not fully dried, because you can see some parts are not dried off completely, and it kind of looks like a zombie wood. And this was the second coat, not dried. This was the second coat of steel wool vinegar. And this was the third coat of steel wool vinegar. It kind of started to darken and I was pretty happy. And I think that this was the fourth coat. I mean, you can do it like 2 times. It depends on the wood as well. And this was when it's like kind of dried. But in the end, when you put the finishing product, that was linseed oil, it's like a lacquer, natural lacquer. It like protects the wood. And this is just me wiping it off with a damp cloth. But see that jar in the back, it's linseed oil, and it's really good for wood, for like protecting the wood. And when I put it on, it like removed all the like dings and everything, and it didn't look that bad as it looked like in the previous video. So yeah, it's like just trust the process. In the end, it's gonna look good, but in like that middle part, it's gonna look really shady. So yeah, this is how it looks after. You can see how fast it dried, but it's just water. When it's vinegar, it doesn't dry off. And this was, I think, 9 p.m. After it dried off. I'm finally using linseed oil, and I started this project like at 11:30 in the morning, and first coat of linseed oil was at 9 p.m. and I let it like just rest for I think couple of hours. You can use boiled linseed oil. I used like raw cold linseed oil. The difference is just the boiled linseed oil dries faster, but if you have time you can use either one. And yeah, usually it's recommended to use 3 coats of linseed oil, so just be patient and wait for it to dry off and then put the next coat. I think it was like 2 hours, and I put the last at like 10-11 p.m. I put the second coat of linseed oil and I went to bed, and first thing in the morning I put the final coat of linseed oil. You can see how much it darkened the wood. it went from white to brown. And this is the 2 coats when it's dried off, like the next morning. Oh my god, this is shaky. You can see some imperfections because it was too much for me to sand everything perfectly, but it's kinda okay. It doesn't need to be perfect for me personally. I don't care about that. I just want to have a guitar that has like a natural feeling, and it's really good, and it's just good in the hands. And yeah, I didn't pick the best shot for this one. I mean, you don't even see what I'm doing, but who cares? And yeah, if you want to do this, let me know in the comments. I like to help some people because I didn't saw anyone do this for the guitar necks. Every video I saw, it's just about darkening the fretboard, but I don't want to touch the fretboard. I just wanted the whole neck to be darkened, and nobody did it, so I kind of feel proud of myself that I did it. So yeah. And last thing, I used beard oil. I mean, you can use any oil. This is alcohol and some cotton pads. In the end, I'm just cleaning out the fretboard using a little bit of water for the neck, for extra oil that didn't soak, and just peeling off the paper tape and cleaning the fretboard with alcohol. I know some people say you can't use alcohol because it's gonna dry the wood, blah blah blah. That never happened to me. And for the oils, you could use some extra oils, extra quality premium oils for the fretboard, but one time I literally didn't have any oil on me, and my friend wanted to clean the fretboard for me to do it, and the only oil that he had was literally like sunflower oil for cooking, and I did it with that, and it worked really good. So I mean, beard oil has a lot of different mix of different oils, so I just use that because if it's good for my beard, it's gonna be good for the fretboard. So yeah, some extra tape, and yeah, I recommend everything doing it outside. And now I'm applying the beard oil. And yes, I know you shouldn't do it on the fretboard. You should put oil on the cloth and then put it on the fretboard, but I don't care. I'm not gonna play that guitar anytime soon, so it's gonna have a lot of time to soak the oils. So yeah. and this is the finishing product. I put some Goto locking tuners on it, and for me it looks really good. I mean, you can see some imperfections, but the fretboard looks really nice and the headstock looks really nice, and I'm probably gonna do this same thing for the body. So yeah, see ya soon, bye bye.